I'm a registered Democrat, so no matter what, I tend to lean that direction. I don't think that I always said to myself, Donald's Trump organization is a dictatorship. Like, he made all the rules and the decisions. Period. It was a lot of things came out of the organization and promotional things that probably shouldn't have happened because nobody was willing to say no to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he made a water, and on the label it was all red and orange. And he asked me one day if I liked the it's called Trump Ice, if I liked the label, and I guess I was the only one to say no, because I said, it's red, it feels like it's hot water. I don't want it dry. It should be blue or something, so I feel like it's cold. He said, well, it's ice, and I said, I know, but it's red. Yeah, so I think most people just said, yeah, that's great, So I knew by committee he'd have a hard time. He doesn't operate like that. He operates in making a decision, period. Would he take consultation? Maybe, but he ultimately would do what he wanted to do, period. So I knew it would be a struggle because, that branch of government is only part of our government, and he had to work with the other branches. So I think that was, like, to me, I thought would be the biggest struggle that he would have, and he's not the type to operate in a democratic government, and I guess there's a lot of things that are happening that prove that point.
Sure.
Yep.
Any thoughts about what he said about cannabis having potentially some medical benefit?
Yeah, I don't know. I try to keep up with what he's saying in the cannabis business because now it affects me. But I'm not sure he'll mess with it. I think he's probably got a negative train of thought about it, just based on being around him so much. I can't imagine he's completely behind it. I think he understands that if somebody has a traumatic medical problem, that you do anything you can for them, and I think that's where he sees the benefit of cannabis, is for that specifically. But I think he truly still believes that people using it recreational is not good, and I can't imagine he would support any kind of that. He doesn't even like alcohol.
Right.
So he's adamant against it. When we'd have rap parties, I wouldn't drink anything until he left. And then, yeah, because I just didn't want. I just knew he'd look down on you if you were drinking in front of him. So I never did ever. But he would only stay an hour, and then he'd bail, and I knew I'd have time to have more beers.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's funny.
Well, he signed the hemp farm bill.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the farm bill, which had a hemp clause
Yeah.
in it, and
Yeah.
that was beneficial to hemp cultivators. But
Yeah.
also, he may not have read the whole thing.
I think he gets a lot of pressure from other Republicans in this arena, is my guess. Because he has some. I mean, honestly, I think he was Democrat at some point, so I do think he has some heart in him. I just said that on the podcast, like, totally. Like, I rewatched it, and I basically talked him up, like, because he I did witness him writing checks to troubled children organization and stuff. Like, I physically witnessed that stuff. So I mean, he pulled over one time and helped somebody who had was stranded in their car and in his limo.
Oh, wow.
Going to New Jersey. Somebody was stranded on the turnpike or whatever, and was out there, and they pulled over and helped him. So he has that in him, but I think it's so he doesn't let that part out.
You would think he would have some, at least, respect for the potential ability of making money, generating
Yes.
revenue
Yeah.
that the cannabis industry brings.
And I think that's the only upshoe that we have. Because
Yeah.
yes, it's all about money for him, and when he sees an industry that has a B associated with it, like, clearly that it's not completely a negative, train of thought, because any business that's making billions is on his radar without a doubt. Yeah, if he wasn't president, my guess is he'd get involved. That's my guess, because it's a business that